All right, welcome everybody. This is going to be a recap for the trading this week, ending on April 17th of 2020. I'm actually on trading day 470. Okay, so I'm going to make an important announcement here. I'm going to continue to trade my own account live in the chat room up until 500 trading days, and then I'm going to stop. The reason I'm doing that is because I'm getting busier and busier trying to work with students while I'm trading and trading at the same time, and it's just becoming too overwhelming for me. So I think I've proven concept showing that you can trade. I do it. I call every trade out in chat. They watch me trade. And I think after 500 days, I think that's proof of the fact that my method does work. So I'm going to continue to trade up until 500 trading days, and then I'm going to stop, and I'm going to do my own personal trading outside of chat. I'm not going to do it in chat anymore. It's beginning to affect my trading, and it's not fair to my students because I can't really focus on helping them become better traders. And the whole purpose of this chat room was to teach people how to trade and how I trade, and I'll be able to focus more on that as well. The other thing that I'm going to be focusing on more is on the daily trades. Now, I would say, cautiously optimistic. As you know, back in January, I started trading the daily signals live. And at the end of the month, I'm going to show you how I've began trading the daily signals. So I think a lot of people are going to get a lot out of that. I know a lot of you don't have time to trade 5-minute binaries because it does require at least a couple hours. Sometimes you can hit your objective early. But I think realistically, giving yourself at least a couple hours of undivided attention trading the 5 minutes is really what you need to be successful. And so if you're unable to do that and you want to just trade the dailies, it's probably the best way to do it would be to trade the dailies, because basically it's kind of, I'd say it's the holy grail of trading. Now, I'm not saying it's the holy grail method. There is no holy grail out there. But when I say it's the holy grail method, because it's very simple. You put your trades on at night, and that's it. I mean, that's all you have to do. You don't have to worry about putting in a stop. You don't have to worry about getting out early. It's just like the 5 minutes. Once I place my trade, I'm done, and I let it expire. So there's no managing of the trade. Once you put it on, you're done until expiration, and you're going to see the kind of results I've been having doing it live, and I'm going to talk about that at the end of the month. So be looking for that video at the end of the month, and I'll do a recap on how I traded it in April. Okay, so I'm going to focus more on the dailies, and I haven't quite worked out how to do sizing on it yet, but just doing onesies. All I've been doing is onesies. I haven't put any size, haven't even put 2 on, just been trading 1 lots, and I think you guys will be really excited about the results that I'm getting on the dailies, because the same patterns that I teach in the core strategy are the exact same patterns that I'm using on the dailies. Okay, and so I have never been, I have to tell you the truth, I have never been, in my 39 years of trading, been a person that would want to put a position on and hold it overnight. I've always been short-term for 2 reasons. Number one, I think that a short-term move is easier to predict than a long-term move. And I think as far as a risk standpoint, is I don't like the idea of being exposed to any kind of fundamental news that may come out overnight. And so, but the nice thing about binaries is because we do have limited risk, and we do also know, if we're right, that we also have a limited profit potential, and we know what that is going into it, that we can make that work on the dailies, and that has proven to be the case. So I'm going to be focusing more on the dailies because I know a lot of people like that. A lot of people don't have the time to sit in front of a screen for 2 hours. So that's what my focus will be after I hit day 500 of trading live in chat. So after that, I'll still be in chat. I'll still be keeping track of the stats, but I'll be working closer with my students and getting them up to speed on trading profitably. So that's kind of the game plan here, and that's what we're going to be doing. This was one of my better weeks. because I did trade a little bit more aggressively than I normally do. The other thing is I was incorporating a lot more of the crystal ball this week than I normally do. And the reason I did that is because of all the distractions. I couldn't take all the PAP, so I did have to use some crystal balls and in order to get the kind of gains that I'm used to getting. So we had 2 losing days. Actually, that should be highlighted in red. Let me highlight that. That should be highlighted in red. So I had 2 losing days, which was Monday night and Wednesday night. I have to tell you, Wednesday night, I wasn't really in chat. I only put 2 trades on, and then I had to leave. So I had 1 win, 1 loser, but I was down $60. So I didn't trade much. Like I said, I only put literally only 2 trades on that night. From what I understand, it was a pretty crazy night anyway, so I don't think I really missed too much. God knows where I would have been had I tried to trade that whole night. But nonetheless, that's kind of where I was. First trade was a loser. Second trade was a winner. Monday night was a pretty tough night for me because I think I got, like I said, I've been pretty aggressive this week. And I was aggressive Monday night. And whenever you get aggressive, there's always a downside to that. There is no perfect game, perfect strategy when it comes to trading. That's the other thing that I really want to stress for anybody that's whether you're a new trader or a seasoned trader. Okay, when it comes to trading, you guys got to know that this is just like any other profession. You have to put time into it. Don't think because you buy my method or any method that you're going to make the kind of results that you're seeing below. You got to remember, I've been doing this for 39 years. And even though I would say 85% of my method is pretty black and white, there's always going to be discretion. And I do use discretion. I will sometimes pass up trades, and sometimes I'll just step aside and won't trade at all. And sometimes I'll get more aggressive on certain trades, and that's something that I talk about in the chat room and the logic why that is. But just because, you know, I'm looking at Euro, if you look at the naked PAP signals, these are all naked, by the way. This is assumed that I just closed my eyes and traded. So even though the Euro was hitting at 82% for the whole week, right, doesn't mean that I'm going to take every single one of those Euro trades. There are some that I didn't take that actually made money. There are trades that I didn't take that lost money. So, you know, it doesn't mean just because I'm not taking a trade, it doesn't mean it's not going to make money. There are people that this week I know made money on Monday night because they weren't as aggressive as I was, or they made money on Wednesday night. They hit their objective early. So everybody's results are going to be different. It depends. A lot of trading depends on you, how skilled you are, how much time you put into it. Folks, there are no free rides, so don't expect that you're going to be able to buy, whether it be my method or any method, and all of a sudden it's going to be like a cash machine, right? An ATM where it's just going to throw out money at you. I feel that what I have are the best tools, and the reason I feel these are the best tools is because I know that my method not only works, but it's going to continue to work because of the way that it's designed, okay? It's designed around what I call truisms. There are certain things that are true about the markets, all markets. I don't care if you're trading binaries, you're trading straight out Forex spot, or you're trading stocks, or you're trading commodities. All prices tend to move in the same way. It could be pork bellies, it could be gold, silver, it could be the S&P 500, or it can be a binary. It doesn't matter. They all move the same way, and also time frames too. 5 minutes is going to move the same way as the dailies, and that's why the dailies have continued to be successful. Now, like I said, I'm not a day trader. I don't like daily signals. This was not my intent, but one of my students said, "Hey Ken, I'm taking these same patterns and I'm applying it to the daily charts, and I'm doing very well." So I did a little bit of research. So basically the way I did that is I did a little bit of research, and I said, wow, yeah, this does tend to work. So then I started trading them in a demo account, and I said, wow, this really does work. Okay. And then when I was trading in the demo account, what I would do is I would look at my real account, and I would look at the premium that I would be getting in a real account, but also putting the trades on in the demo. See what I'm saying? So then once that proved to be profitable, then I want to start trading my live account. And that's what I'm going to be sharing with you at the end of the month. We'll take a look at my live account, and I'll show you those trades, and you can see how well it's done, you know, trading real time in the markets like I do on the 5 minutes, you'll see that the dailies are exciting. And honestly, I think there's probably going to be a lot more people that are more interested in dailies than on the short term. I think the short term is really more of kind of like somebody wants to do it full time. Somebody wants to make a living out of trading because you have so many more opportunities. So even though what you make on a Sunday night of $354, trading the 5 minutes, it may take you all month to make $354. So you kind of have to put things in perspective. It's opportunities. If you're having in a Sunday night, if you're having, 20 opportunities over 4 pairs, you'll be lucky if you have 4 opportunities. Well, I shouldn't say that. You'd be lucky if you had 4 opportunities. It's even just 1 pair over a whole month period of time. So you kind of, when you look at results, you have to consider the time frame that you're in and take all of that into account. So, I see people come and go. They start, they get in, and let's say they want to do a trial. They spend their $50 and they trade for a month, and then maybe they're up, maybe they're down, and they give up. Well, if you're going to be the kind of person that expects that you're going to be making money every single month, you really shouldn't be trading, because there's nobody out there, okay, that trades overnight that I've seen. Maybe I haven't experienced it. You're going to have some losing days, and it's possible you may even have some losing months, okay? Day trading is totally different, but when it comes to overnight trading, that's a totally different animal. So don't expect you're going to come in and get the daily setups and expect next month to be profitable. Now, there's a high probability it will be, but it doesn't mean that it will be profitable. The other thing is that everybody's going to have different results, whether you're doing 5 minutes or you're doing dailies. So if I put my signal out at night and somebody gets in immediately as soon as it comes out, and then you have somebody that maybe doesn't get into it 2 or 3 hours later, obviously you're going to have different premiums. Sometimes the person coming in 2 hours later is going to get a better premium, and sometimes they're going to get a worse premium. So the results that you see are based off of, and you'll see my results, but what I do, as soon as I put those out, I place those trades. Okay, that's the way it works. So as soon as I put it out, I place the trades. There are times when I could have gotten a better premium waiting a little bit, and there's sometimes I could have gotten worse premium by waiting a little bit. So I think all of that comes out in the wash. It doesn't really matter as long as you're consistent when you put it on. So if you wait 2 hours after I put it on, be consistent with that. So they come out between 5 and 6 Central Time, which is 6 p.m. and on Eastern Time. So if you can't trade for 2 hours, let's say you don't put your trades on until 8 p.m. Eastern Time, then be consistent with that. Do that every day. Don't come on one day and put it on at 8 p.m. and then the next day put it on at 6, or the next day put it on at 12 or 11 p.m. You see what I'm saying? So be consistent with what you do, and I think the results will be consistent. So anyway, that's it. So once again, one of the best weeks I've had in a while. The naked stats, very good. As you can see, Aussie was a little bit low. I mean, Aussie, I expect the Aussie to be up to the 82%. So you can see it was kind of a crazy week. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen the Euro US night session be down, 54%. That's pretty low. So here's what all this tells me, it tells me that Aussie and the Euro are really coming into having a really good week. Okay, so I'm expecting some really strong weeks on the Aussie, really strong week on the Euro at night. So where do you think I'm going to be focusing my time? Right? I'm going to be really watching the Aussie, really watching the Euro. The yen's been really hot. And my least favorite, the pound US, it's been doing okay. Not bad. I mean, 76, 79%. Naked stats, not bad. But I do watch this because it's like the belt-shaped curve. It always comes back to its mean. And typically, it should be sitting in the 75, 80%. Okay, so I'm below the mean right now, so I know that I'm going to be coming back up. Same with the Euro at night. That's below, and so pound's a little bit high, so I wouldn't be surprised to see the pound weaken a little bit. So that'd be my least favorite. And then, of course, the yen's kind of where it normally is as well. So anyway, my focus this week, It's going to be on the Aussie US and the Euro US when it comes to my 5-minute trading. And then, of course, the dailies are continued to trade the dailies, whichever ones come up. Because I trade all the, I think I have a total of, what do I have, 10 to 13 different pairs that I trade. I trade all the currencies, gold, silver, and the US 500 is what I trade. So, anyway, that's going to be it for this week. I just want to get everybody updated on what to expect once I hit day 5. Or also put that, I'm going to start putting that on the thumbnail to show that it's day, 470 up until 500. So, I'm going to cut it off at 500. So, plan on that. The other thing is the dailies, just to let you know that if you do decide you want to understand how this works, that's what the core strategy or the core package is all about. The core package, by the way, I don't know when, but I will be raising the price on the core package. So it's a good time to get into the core package. Also, with the core package, remember the core package is the same patterns that I use on a daily. So if you know how to trade them on the 5 minutes, you're going to know what the same patterns are trading on a daily basis. Also, when you sign up for the core package, you will get 1 free week in chat where you'll be able to trade along with me, but you're also going to get a free week of the dailies. So you can watch that. Now, if you don't want to get the core package and you just want to kind of try things out, I do have a trial chat room where you can come in. It's $50 right now to try it out, where, I don't go in the explanation on how I trade, but you will get the setup. Particularly, I provide one, which is called the path, which is what I trade during the day. And you'll be able to see those arrows, and I'll teach you or train you on how to trade the arrows in the demo, so you can kind of get an idea of what I'm doing in the live chat room. But you're also going to be getting the dailies as well. So you'll have a full month of dailies, you have full months of trading the 5 minutes, and so kind of give you a better idea whether you want to move forward in getting the package or not. So that's going to be available, but I can tell you right now that at some point, probably going to be taking the dailies out of the trial room, okay, because you're getting so much. I mean, what you make in one day on the dailies, at this point, what you make in one day is pretty much what you pay for a whole month. So I'm almost giving it away right now. And I tell people tell me I'm crazy because I could be charging a lot more for what I teach people. So, but anyway, my intent is not to overprice myself. My real intent is to teach people how to do it on their own. And so that's where I'm at. But as I get more and more demand, and as I get busier and busier, I will have to start raising my prices. And so that's probably going to end up happening at some point. Don't ask me when, because I don't know. But I will at some point be raising the price, just like I did on the CB, on the crystal ball. We'll be raising it on the core package as well. So anyway, that's a great week. If you guys have any questions or comments, please send me an email. I've been getting bombarded by phone calls. I prefer that you not send me, call me, because I can't answer them during the day. I just get too busy. Remember, I am trading right now, so it's very difficult to take phone calls during the day. And then in the afternoons, I'm pretty much exhausted. I like to, take a break, work out, exercise, which I think is real important when it comes to trading. And so the best way to really get a hold of me is just shoot me an email if you have questions. I'll be glad to answer your emails. And please try to ask all your questions at one time. I have people that send me 10 different questions over a 2-week period. I get inundated with just one question after another and after another by the same person. Please don't do that. I just don't have time to get into all that. If you have a question, just put it all in one email so I can answer your questions. That would free up my time and give me the ability to get to people a lot quicker than answering 10 to 20 different emails from one person. So I'd appreciate it if you do that. Besides that, I'm looking forward to a really good week. I think I think it's another good week coming up here, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what the Aussie is going to do and the Euro. So let's take a look at our recap next week. Let's see if these percentages don't come up, because I'm expecting these percentages to come up. And at the end of the month, I'll do a full recap on the daily setups as well. So hope everybody has a great trading week. I wish everybody success, and we will talk to you next weekend. Bye-bye.